You are not listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Uncensored Radio. My guest this evening, the voice of Interfed Radio, IWA Flip, and the historic Michael Giuliano. Welcome to the show, fellas.
What? What do you mean you're not listening to the voice and then you introduce the one? Oh man!
What's going on, brothers?
Oh, you know what?
Great to be back, fellas. Great to be back.
A lot's going on. That's all I gotta say, man.
I would say viral violence was historic.
Oof. Oh, absolutely.
Oof.
Absolutely. I have to agree. And this podcast is gonna be fucking historic too. If I got something to say about that. Well, first, you know what, Giuliano. Let's get this out of the way. You had a great pay-per-view. You had a great pay-per-view. I'm not gonna sit here and say you didn't. You're stable. Kudos to you guys. You guys won 3 of the Mayhem titles. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's fucking amazing. So you might as well pat yourself on the back right now because you're only gonna get about 2 minutes to do it before I take over this fucking podcast.
I will take you, Melvin. I hate to say I told you so, but not you, because you were fully aware of what my men are capable of.
That's why
the entire WWL locker room, I told them so, and I'll say 95% of the time, when I say we're going to do something, we do it. That 5% of the time, we'll get to another time. That's Big Daddy at the pay-per-view. But the other 95% all came to fruition. And we'll have more time at the pay-per-view special, but this is your night to see the dark side of Melvin that I've been waiting for.
Oh, they're gonna hear the fucking dark side. So
I know
Flip?
the dark side. I'm very familiar. That's the man I enjoy.
They're about to get the Unholy Alliance commissioner now.
Oh,
that's what the fuck they're gonna get.
Oh,
that's all I
smile to my face.
That's all I gotta say.
A Flip, how you doing, in my Flip? Eye.
Oh, I'm ready, brother. Like I said, I'm curious to see your side. Like I said, as a matter of fact, as you start this off, I'm listening. I'm gonna go get a beer because I think I'm gonna need a beer to calm this. To calm down right now.
I think you might.
Go get whatever the fuck you need.
The historic one may need a drink too. He just mentioned the Unholy Alliance.
I'm a Flip. I'll wait for you to come back. The audience can fucking wait. I want you guys front and center for this shit.
Nice.
Go get me one too.
You're like everybody grab one. All right, I'll be right back.
Everybody grab a beer. If you got weed, roll that shit up. Whatever the fuck your poison is, go ahead. You want to pop a Molly? I don't give a shit anymore.
Melvin, would you say this is going to be an uncensored broadcast?
Oh, this is definitely uncensored. This is uncensored, unhinged, whatever the hell else you want to call it. Unfiltered, raw, uncut, in your face. If you don't like it, get the fuck out kind of deal. Enough's enough. The gloves are off.
It's time to expose the frauds in the WWL.
Time to embrace the dark side.
Flip, about 2 years since I've witnessed this.
Pretty much, but it's never been like this. It's time to
2 years in the making.
2 years in the making, absolutely. It's time to clear the air and let these managers in my league understand who the fuck runs the league. Number 1, number 2, who signs the contracts. Number 3, who's supplying the money for these fucking wrestlers to come into my league. And number 4, the one coordinating all this fucking craziness and madness that they're a part of. So they're gonna learn who the fuck this is today.
So it's time to put people in their
Flip. Where's my beer, Flip? See, he's taking too long. You're pissing me off, Flip.
Flip, I think it's time to put people in their place.
Looks like all the animals want to come back in.
Ah, shit, there he goes. Where's my beer, Flip?
Well, we got some animals in the WWL, too.
Nice. Oh, man. All right, we're ready.
Melvin liked that one. The dark side of Melvin liked that one.
Listen. I'm just going to get right to it. I mean, I don't want to waste anyone's time on this podcast. This is a urgent, special attraction podcast for me to clear the air and get some shit off my chest. First and foremost, I'm going to start by saying this. If you do not want to be a part of the Wicked Wars League from this cycle on, get the fuck out of the league. And when I say get the fuck out of the league, I mean contact Kim and say, Kim, I'm scared of Mayhem. I want my guys out of there. Put me somewhere else. I don't want to be in the WWL. I don't want no parts of that shit. I'm scared for my life. So that's what the fuck you need to do. Because if you plan on sticking around in this league, get ready for the most fucking amazing experience you have ever dealt with in your goddamn IWA career. So I hope you understand that shit. That's number one. Number two, I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of the bullshit that's been going on. I'm tired of the fucking excuses. I'm tired of the backdoor running around shenanigans that have been preventing other managers from embracing their creative side. Listen, if you got a fucking idea, run with that shit. If I say it's gonna work, the fucking thing is gonna work. It's not what that person says or your friend says or your uncle or your fucking pet dog. If I say the shit's gonna work, the fucking angle is gonna work. So I hope you guys are hearing that, and I hope you understand that shit. Number three, if you're gonna be in this league, be active. Don't go fucking hiding behind your uncle's couch or digging your fucking head in the sand and you're doing some other shit somewhere else. If you're in the WWL, be active and get your asses inside of the ring, because that's what the fuck I pay you for, is to fucking perform and to entertain the WWL universe. So all you fucking wrestlers out there that are hiding behind your fucking locker room doors, scared to come out for whatever goddamn reason, or maybe you're scared of Thunbo's dick, or maybe you're scared of fucking Hal Uranus and how many goddamn belts he's wearing, I don't give a fuck. You still have to get inside of that ring and perform. Juliano, would you not agree with that statement?
Absolutely. If the two hot ladies get out of the kitchen, that's basically it.
That's exactly it. We've touched on this before. We've mentioned this already. This place. It's not like you said. It's not a cookie cutter fucking league. If you can't take the shit, just get out the fucking league. Don't sit and complain to me. Don't fucking whine to me.
Don't waste our time.
Other leagues. There's like 70 other leagues in the IWA. I think I lost count already. Go to one of those. Go to another fucking league. Plenty of them. But just know that if you're gonna be in this particular league, there's expectations that have to be met. That's the reason you were allowed in the league in the first place. And now again, I'm not gonna sit here and name names. I don't do shit like that. I'm not gonna sit here and say this fucking person is doing this person is doing that. This is a general fucking announcement to every single one of you WWL managers and your entire goddamn rosters. This goes for everybody. This is the most unbiased shit I can say. This is the most unbiased fucking announcement I can make. Either stay in the league and abide by the rules, having fun, of course, or get the fuck out of the league. I really can't stand when managers have this like one-sided view of shit when they don't understand how it is when the shoe's on the other foot. When you're the manager that's actually running the league, having to deal with all these other personalities and all these different managers and all these different problems that are going on, it's a whole nother ball game. So if you've never laced up a pair of commissioner boots, don't fucking tell me shit about a league or about a fucking report or why this isn't happening or why that's happening or why this person's doing this or why is this person. I don't give a fuck, because you don't understand where I'm coming from. Only a select few in the IWA can say, okay, I know exactly what Melvin's talking about. You know why? Because they know what it's like to run a league. Not only run a league, but run a successful league. A league that managers have interest in being in. Not these bullshit flooding leagues where some commissioners could give a rat's ass about the managers in their fucking league to begin with. I actually give a shit. As a matter of fact, Giuliano, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've even told me that I have the patience of a saint. Do I not?
I would have thrown away these dirt bags a long time ago.
The patience is gone. It's completely gone.
I would have thrown these people out a long time ago, because they're not just wasting your time. They're wasting my valuable time, because I'm feuding with people. I'm putting my time and passion in this game. And if you're going to fuck around, take a cycle off, and just fucking twirl your thumbs and don't know what you're doing, yeah, this league has certain expectations and certain level of eliteness, and you brought these people in. No, you either got to stay at this level, or you need to find another, like a league that suits your mediocre standards. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah, I think Melvin, like I said, I know you're letting it out, and just rightfully so, but just to play devil's advocate, I think Michael, hit on a nice point where you don't gotta stay here.
Absolutely.
You can find somewhere else that fits your style, that fits your pace, that fits your. You know what? A lot of people always a lot of people always say, hey, you know what? Hey, the I War is this and that. It's like, hey, yeah, the I War has its group of people that support it because they've already weeded out all the BS. Yeah, the I War. It's some people are like, oh, well, they don't want to play with it. No, they don't want to play with everybody. I get that
Exactly.
now. Like,
Yep.
years before, I was like, dude, why are they so uptight about letting people in? And now I get it. It's like, hey, you know what? There's so many leagues. They don't want to deal with everybody. It's like if
Exactly.
you
You are
want,
here. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's like if you want to do it. Have fun. Open up your own league. Go take care of your own business.
Hey
You
guys,
know,
I heard there's a new Japan league coming out. Maybe some people who are not cutting it here could
You
they
can
they
go
can
over there.
go
they,
join that
they can go join.
bunch of loons over there.
They can go. They can go join. The many. How many did you say? 70 leagues that are out there.
And last I counted, it's about 70. Maybe I'm a little over, a little under, somewhere in that ballpark.
I mean, and Michael, I mean, like you said, brother. There's leagues for every pace. Now,
Absolutely.
this is the uncensored, Wicked Wars League. It's not for everybody. Not
Yeah,
everybody. Not everybody
Say
can
that again,
promote.
bro.
Yeah, not everybody can promote their wrestler, to the level that's going to be required here. Because let's be honest, Melvin, we're not here to promote your wrestler. I'm not here to promote your guy. I'm not here to help you get over.
It's
You
called
know,
exactly.
self promotion. People
yeah,
gotta know how to do it themselves.
this is definitely one of those leagues that is not intended for people that can't hold their own. It's just plain and simple. That's I guess the best way I can put it. It's like, hey, you know what? If you want to hold your own, if you can deal with the pace that we're running, because hey, you
Yep.
know what? It Melvin, I think you said it best, brother. If you knew the quality that you were getting,
Exactly. They don't get
having
it. They don't
having
get it.
having having to wait an extra week or having to wait, it's like you know most managers, they won't do it. And it's like, hey, you know what? If you wanted to come out the day of, and hey, go find a league that does it.
Yes. See, and to
The
piggyback on that, that's actually a really good point you bring up. A lot of managers, see, this is another reason why I wanted to break free from those IWA chains and deadlines. Because a lot of these managers, they've been so used to, they've been so used to these deadlines that the IWA imposes, where the commissioner has to submit their reports by the time the league posts or by the time the federation posts. I wanted to pull away from that because I knew the quality of the work I was giving these managers. Now, if you see, maybe there's one or two reports that I didn't put out, but again, I touched on this before this podcast. I had a fucking reason to because I'm getting shit quality. I'm not gonna turn take a polish and turn it into gold every single time. But I've already proven that if everyone's on the same page with me and they're sending me stuff ahead of time and they're running angles with me and they're staying in communication and they're being active, when I have that kind of material in my hand, I work fucking miracles with my report. And I put out arguably the best goddamn report in the fucking game when I'm presented with that kind of material to work with. But if I'm gonna get people going inactive and I'm getting people running angles and then they fucking drop the ball when it's their turn to respond to shit, or I'm getting half-ass fucking trash talk, or I'm not getting any trash talk at all, I'm not gonna fucking do the report. I'm not gonna waste my time when I have a fucking war room, a pro board where I can just put the information I need to put up there where people can see the results, see what matters, and then that's it. And then when I do get the material that I desire, not just for myself, but because I'm trying to give the quality to these managers that I've been promising from the beginning. That's a different story. Then I'll put together something that'll blow your fucking mind. And I've already done that. And anybody that tells me that I have my reports aren't up to the standard I'm speaking of can go fuck themselves because I know how good my shit is. And the reason I say that is because I've seen, and that's not to knock any of these commissioners out there. Again, there's some great fucking commissioners out there putting a ton of work into their reports, whether it be because they're running, statistics, or they want to do the artwork, or they want to do the advertisements for whatever the fuck it is that they do. They each have their own niche. But for myself, I can honestly say I felt that I am, not even was, I am one of the only commissioners. When I get all this material, I can give you all of that in one fucking report. I can appease to everybody's cup of tea, whether it's your statistics or it's your artwork or it's your angles or it's your trash talk. I can give you all of that. But if you're not working with me, then go fuck yourself. You're not gonna get the report that you want, or maybe you're not even gonna get a fucking report at all. But if you give me what I need, then guess what? Sit back and enjoy what the fuck I give you. That's all I can tell you. You know.
Melvin,
My gloves are off. I don't fuck.
To be honest, with the amount of product you deliver in the report, I'm surprised you I would do one every other cycle. To be honest with you,
I was actually considering that, to be honest.
I honestly, because it's such high quality and volume you're putting in, and to be honest, when you're doing trash talk, most people, at least I know, I do not do back-to-back cycles. I do, but you can get away with every other cycle because it gives you that extra cycle to reply back. I just think it's something to consider with some of these managers who may not be able to handle what you're asking them. But now that you've skimmed the fat, so to speak, maybe we'll get back to where we were when you started the league.
Yeah, and another thing too is that there's some managers that I've been in, in correspondence with where they expect answers right away. Like they want to just. Okay, I get that the war room is there; it's available. Obviously, it's an opportunity for some managers to have some fun between cycles or between bulletins. But if somebody's gonna put out a fucking angle and another manager doesn't respond right away, don't get upset about it. Wait it out and see if they're gonna respond. You know what I mean? Don't fucking jump down my throat. Why is this person responding? Are we gonna be even running the angle? Should we just drop this out? They haven't gotten a response. How about you fucking be patient and just wait?
Make fucking things happen yourself, okay? That's what these people need to realize.
Yes. That's a nice word of advice right there. I mean, at some point or another, you gotta bring your own ingredients to this because if not, we can't cook anything up, man. Plain and simple.
This is another reason why I suggest to manager and Flip. You know this. I've mentioned this on some of our podcasts. I don't expect quality trash talk every cycle. I just expect something to plug in the gaps. So let's say one cycle, it's a perfect example. Let's say me and Giuliano, we're running an angle. We're going balls deep in a fucking crazy ass storyline. I might hit him with something one cycle. Let's say he doesn't have something good to go with that cycle. Maybe just submit a bio of your wrestler for that cycle. Send us a backstory that has nothing to do with our feud, but it adds substance to your character. So that when you do hit, it hits harder because now we're more invested in your character. Now we're intrigued to see what is this fucking guy's gonna say, because you know what? I read what he wrote last cycle and that shit had me interested. There's ways to plug in the gaps while you're waiting for someone to reply, but people aren't doing it. That's the problem.
Listen, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but it's not an accident that the entire women's division hates Miss Eva, hates Denise Destiny. It's not an accident. It's not an accident that people want a piece of Extreme Survivor. These aren't accidents. Things happen for a reason, people. Yes. Because you have to evolve your character. Yes. You have to have some substance, and you can't expect the commissioner to fucking walk you like a dog through every single feud.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael. You know who I don't want a piece of right now?
Who?
I
don't want any more of Hal Uranus. I've had my fill.
And that guy right there, I can't say enough for him. I mean, look, he's delivering on all aspects. He's delivering with his show. He's delivering with the trash talk. He's delivering with the activity. He's got 3 fucking belts right now. This dude is the Nefarious World Heavyweight Champion. He's the brand new Eliminator X Champion. Just whipped Minister of Hate's ass in the first ever Eliminator match. And he's the Crest of Chaos Champion that he won from the fucking Battle Royal. This fucking guy, I don't understand.
But he's not historic.
Oh,
he is not. He's getting legendary, but he's not historic. And and as Melvin knows, I do not impress easily. But his victory, despite controversy with the Survivor, as the special enforcer, was very impressive with Extreme Survivor. His whole pay-per-view, that's Big Daddy, who's also been very impressive. But Hal's entire pay-per-view was impressive, I have to admit. Very impressive.
And I'm actually glad. Like the entire pay-per-view, again, I'm not gonna really touch on a pay-per-view too much, but it did go off without a hitch. There were a couple little hiccups, but those really were just the undercard matches. That's why I didn't give a shit. But as far as the actual main event, pay-per-view, Mayhem, it went exactly as I wished it did. The only change that I had to more than 2 changes. One, and I mentioned it on the show that I was gonna actually introduce the women's 6 women championships. Right now, that's on hold until everything gets ironed out in the women's division. I'm only gonna have the dual combat champions, and right now, I believe that's Ariana Spooks and Mad Max, if I'm not mistaken. So kudos to them for being the first dual combat women's champions, but there will not be a 6-woman champion until shit gets straightened out. We do have a new GM coming on board in the women's division, so things are gonna get straightened out, and then hopefully, if everything plays out the way I anticipated, then I will introduce those titles. For now, we did introduce the unholy 36-man championships, and of course, Giuliano, one of those are around your waist as I say this, and the other two
Oh,
are
it's so nice
Destiny
and
and
shiny.
insurance
Yes.
policy. So I had to segue into that because you are 1/3 of the unholy Trinity 6-man titles that I'm so glad to have back in the fold. So kudos to you for that. And also big surprise, which kind of threw your stable off. I threw Fire and Ice to replace FMR in the tag team title match,
You
and
did.
now they're the tag team title holders, should I say? And I think that was a nice surprise that I
They
threw in
did
there.
step up to the plate. Yes.
Yes, they did. And then, of course, we already mentioned Denise Destiny did exactly what everybody knew she was going to do. But to piggyback on what you said earlier, the fact that it's no coincidence that everybody hates her, but that's the perfect example of what I'm trying to say is that you have one manager with one wrestler that shook up an entire fucking division and got unanimously hated and generated heat. That's what I'm looking for. So a lot of these girls are talking shit about Denise here, Denise this, Denise that, but that's exactly what the league needs is an antagonist. It needs one person to come out and bring everybody out of their fucking shells and start saying shit. If everyone was to be able to do that, imagine how amazing this league would be.
And Melvin, thank you. But it's clear we make the difference now while we have the audience. There's a difference between what I do and what Denise does, generating heat, and
Yep.
go away heat, go home heat, which are managers that are no longer part of this, uh, no longer part of this league now. Hopefully, is just
Yes,
doing shit that just to piss people off, not because it's generating real heat. There's a
exactly.
difference.
And that's a big thing I brought up behind the scenes. Again, those managers know who they are. I've already spoken to certain managers. Hopefully, everything is ironed out. Again, I've been very, very busy in communication with a lot of these managers. Why? Because I give a shit. And I'm trying to work things out to make sure that the league progresses, that the league goes forward, and I can get back to the way I was, where I was putting out this amazing content for all of the managers. Again, I'm doing this because I'm passionate about this, and I want to put out the best possible thing I can. But I need the material. I can't. It's not a one-way street. You got to dance with me, and I'll give you what you guys want. Other than that, it's not gonna happen. It really isn't. And hopefully now, after I did this purge of the WWL, which I had a feeling was gonna happen. I was just writing it out and hoping that some of these managers will come to their senses before I had to step in and do what I had to do. But now I believe there's about 6 managers that got the fuck out the league, 2 that I kicked out myself, another 4 or 5 are probably on their way out because they're not going to be able to
Hey,
handle.
thanks.
I don't give a fuck anymore. If they're not in the league anymore, good luck to you. It's nothing personal. Again, I want to stress that it's nothing personal, strictly business, strictly WWO related. Nothing against you as a person at all. You could probably be the best person on earth outside of the league, but as far as being involved in the league and what I'm trying to do, if you don't fit the bill, get the fuck out.
Yeah, no more Uranus for you.
Yes, right. Have a vitamin D on your way out.
Nice. Oh man.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So again, like I said, the results are up on the War Room. Anybody that wants to see what's been happening this last cycle, everything is up on the War Room. I already updated that. But again, it's next cycle. Hopefully everything gets back on track. Again, I'm working things out, and let's see what happens. But if you're in the league, get ready.
And Flip,
Yeah.
Melvin, to your point, I think it's important to note not everyone can be historic. Not everyone can be a main eventer. Not everyone's going to be Hal with 3 belts, or the Dynasty with 3 belts, or whoever else it may be.
But you don't
have point. I think the point Melvin is trying to make is you got to have everyone needs to know their role. It's okay to be a mid carder. Not everyone. Not everyone can be the main event.
I'm happy being the gimp.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone has their role. Flip.
It's okay to get head on the house table. It's perfectly fine.
Some people are just comedy fodder. Like everyone's got their role.
You gotta have a nice balance, brothers. It really is.
You might be swinging in a cage inside the carnival. I don't know, but if that's your role,
if that's your contribution, then
as long as Melvin's paying, well, I'll swing anyway.
Exactly. Embrace
listen,
your role, people.
Listen, Perfecto is known for giving the best rim jobs in the business, but that's what I pay him for.
Exactly. Embrace the rim job.
Listen, he's making my champion a happy man. So it works perfectly. You're in my league. You might suck in the ring, but you suck good. So what the fuck? It's perfect.
He sucked himself to some TV titles this last cycle.
Exactly. Listen, he did what he had to do, and it worked. I can't knock him for that. That's entertainment, man. That's entertainment.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
This is what it's all about, man.
This broadcast is more historic by the moment.
For all the kids, for everybody out there, make sure your kids are in bed, tuck them in. They shouldn't be hearing this. Cover their ears.
Not at all.
But I'm glad you put it out there. I'm glad you put it out there, Melvin, because like I said, it definitely needed to get cleared out.
Just to put this out again, this podcast was to clear the air. This is, again, at the end of the day, I'm not an asshole. I'm a straight up dude. I tell you like it is. I'll work with you, but enough is enough. This is my basically my letting it out and telling you that I'm done. That's it. It's either you work with me or you work by your goddamn self in somebody else's league. And again,
are they with you or are they against you?
That's it. The line in the sand is drawn right now. I took a big fucking pitchfork and that shit's right in front of me right now. So the old commissioner Mayhem, he's dead and gone. This is the unholy alliance commissioner coming back. So do not fuck.
Glorious.
Do not fuck with me. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I don't want no drama. I don't want no PM sent to me about dumb shit I don't need to hear about. I don't give a fuck. And it happens more often than I need to hear about it. So right now, everybody's on the same page. Everybody that's gonna stay in the league, I truly love you guys. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I mean that genuinely. Very appreciative. But if you're gonna be in the league, all I ask is that you give me the respect I'm giving you. That's it. You need to give me what I'm trying to present to you. It's a two-way street. It really is. There's no other way around that. I can't sugarcoat that shit any more than I have been. So it is what it is, man. If you don't like the league, get the fuck out.
So you hear that WWL locker room, zero tolerance.
Exactly.
Zero. I'm glad that is that perfect number. Fucking zero. I'm done with it, So this cycle, I expect people to get back in it, man. If you really say you love the league and you're all about it, submit that trash talk. Get in contact with me. Do what you need to do. Let's set up some new views, some new angles. The pay-per-view's done and gone. We got new champions. You got people to gun for. Let's do this. Let's dance.
Time to reset the button. It's reset mode. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fucking resetting the WWL, but now I'm resetting it with champions off the bat. So now it's gonna be even more fun, if anything. So let's see what happens. If people are really serious about it, we'll find out.
Here's a little free advice for the ladies in the WWL. After a pay-per-view, people, that's when you really have the opportunity, no matter where you are on the card. It's like a fresh, clean slate. Like, this is your chance to do something.
Yep.
So no excuses. Melvin doesn't want to hear nothing. The historic one don't want to hear nothing. When the dynasty is doing what they're doing, when you got the same shot I did when I came in, the dynasty came in. What other people forget, we came in a cycle later than everybody else. So I don't want to hear any of the bullshit. You can, if you want to do it, you can do it.
There you go. Now listen,
my 2 cents.
I don't mean to cut that off, but I do believe Flip, you gotta leave us if I'm not mistaken. So Flip, thank you for joining us on this show. Now get the fuck out because I gotta keep talking with Giuliano.
I love it. You guys, like I said,
I got nothing but love for you, but get the fuck out.
Good to see you again.
You guys will be on.
Definitely, man. I'll hit you up soon, brother.
You'll see me at the paper. I'll be at the pay-per-view review. Don't worry.
I love it. We'll see you guys there. You guys take it easy.
Flip. So yeah, back to my point. We're still recording and doing our thing. We don't need Flip. But just again for everybody out there, you've heard it from myself, you've heard it from Giuliano. It's time. The resets happen. I pushed that purge button. So now I don't want to hear no shit from anybody. Just give me 100%, and we can definitely be, in my opinion, the best league in the game. The potential is there, man. Because again, we're off the radar. We're in a unique position that no other league is in. I don't think a lot of managers understand that concept. That we have a complete creative fucking freedom that does not exist in any other league. And I can say that 100% guaranteed it does not exist. So take advantage of that shit. You know, if you really about that, then I'm gonna fucking find out for sure. It's gonna be in black and white when I get this report done. So Giuliano, anything you want
So
to add to this before we sign
I
off?
got one final note.
Go
But
for
let
it,
me
man.
get.
Rock out.
I'm gonna do you a little favor here. Open challenge to the anyone listening to this. I enjoy the people I'm feuding with right now, but it'd be nice if somebody different wants to step up to the main event, or one of my other guys, maybe the semi-main event. Challenge me. This is an open challenge. I'm giving everyone an opportunity against the
Titles on the line.
historic one right
Titles on
now.
the.
Historic open challenge right now. Give
Oh
me fresh,
shit.
new competition.
Wait. But titles on the line.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys, you heard that shit? Titles on the fucking line. So you don't even
Exclusive.
have to worry about
Right here.
performance trackers or none of this shit. If you want a shot at one of the 3 fucking titles that this man has in his stable, then you fucking request it and I shall make it so.
But make
And then
sure.
we'll see who's good and who's not and who's really about it.
And I trust you will make the decision of who is worthy.
Oh, of course.
Such an honor.
There you go. I'm not gonna just give it to anybody. You know, yes, you can ask for it. You got to get it, but at least ask for
it. Exactly. I'm looking for some fresh angles, and there's some that are unfinished. I have unfinished business. I'm not done. The dynasty's not done with Big Daddy. We have internal turmoil with the brothers to deal with. There's definitely, but this is like the reset. That we're going the week after the pay-per-view. Let's. Open. We're gonna leave no stone unturned, no excuses this time. I don't want to hear none of the bullshit.
And that's from day one because I don't. To be honest with you, Giuliano, the way I see it right now, even though this is cycle 11 coming up, this is cycle 1. You understand what I'm coming with? Like this is my cycle 1 reset. This is fucking 1.0.
So we had to build a foundation first. We got the foundation.
My whole thing is, listen, I'm in this for the long haul. So people might see it as 10 cycles or 9 cycles, whatever. It doesn't matter. My thing is that I needed to get these cycles out of the way to see, first of all, again, if we can even pull this shit off, to start weeding out the fucking managers that don't belong in the goddamn league. So I can, like you said, have a foundation to build off of. All my bricks are laid now. I put literally 10 bricks in front of me, and now it's time to start stacking level 2. And level 2 and up, you can only get higher up from there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how big the league can get. But again, each brick is a manager. Each brick is something that a manager gives me to build the league better and better. So let's see what happens in these coming cycles. Hopefully this podcast wakes some of these managers up. But Commissioner Mayhem I don't give a fuck anymore. I only care about the league and pushing it forward. If you're not on that same page, again, get the fuck out of the Wicked Wars League. And that's
either adapt or perish. One of the two people.
That's it. So, any final words, Giuliano? I'm about to wrap this up.
I think I covered it. We're good.
Yeah, I think we said what we had to say. Again, it's you're either in or out. I'm done after this. I don't want to hear no bullshit. Again, if you want to do a podcast, obviously you can let me know. We can do an unhinged episode, or we can do an uncensored episode with Flip. It really doesn't matter. But if you want to get on one of these shows, that's another way you can contribute to the fucking league. Get in one of these podcasts. Get your wrestlers on here. Get them heard. Let us know what the hell is on your mind, what you're thinking, what ideas you have, whatever it is. Either do it in a report, do it in the war room, or do it on a podcast. You got 3 different outlets to get it done.
You have an opportunity to give your own open challenge, your own historic, whatever you want to call it. You get your chance to do something. Yeah.
Listen, the opportunity is there. So let's see who wants the brass ring. Right now the brass ring is around Hal Uranus Johnson. That's just the way it is. You want that brass ring? Step up and take that shit.
And there's another exclusive was the word I was looking for. Everyone can have the chance to do their own exclusive.
That's it, babe. Pretty much. It's really that simple. And that's the opportunities that I'm giving them. So if they really want it, they know where to find me. I'm not hard to find. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. But again, this is the state of this is more like a state of league address, I guess. I think that's what I'm going to call this one, Julia.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
It makes the most sense. But again, this is a reset. This is a purging. That's the bottom line. This is just to let everybody know this is where Commissioner Mayhem stands on the league right now. So if you're staying in the league, again, I got nothing but love for you. I got nothing but respect for you. That means you're willing to give me what I'm asking of you to make the league better, to make the league progress, to make the league evolve. But if you're listening to this and you're feeling salty right now, if you're butthurt listening to this shit, you don't belong in this league. If you're shedding a tear right now or going, yo, fucking Mayhem, I don't like this guy, get the fuck out of my league. Because you need to be able to understand, again, this is not a cookie cutter league. This is not a fucking league where you can't have, you have to have thick skin to be here. You absolutely have to. You can't be some little bitch that you hear something that you don't like and go, fuck man, you made me cry. I don't want to hear this bullshit. You get the fuck out the league and that's it. You know where I'm coming from, Giuliano.
Yes.
Come on.
I've talked about this before. That they've overstayed their welcome a long time ago.
That's it. I threw the key away.
Let's just say, and you know this, they're lucky I'm not the commissioner. They're very lucky.
Out the window. I just chucked them out their window right now. That's it. So again, if you're listening, I hope the message sunk in. I hope it's permeating your fucking blood right now because that's enough is enough. After this, I'm going back to the coasting. Still gonna be who I am, but this definitely had to be done. This is me airing out my frustrations. Don't take any of what I said personal. Again, this is all business, strictly business. It's either you're in or you're out. So with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. I will catch you on the next podcast. Giuliano, it's been a pleasure as always having you on my show. You know I'm going to have you on again pretty soon. Maybe we'll touch on some more of the pay-per-view shenanigans that took place, your historic wins, pun intended. And, we'll go from there. But it's always a pleasure to have you and your uncut, unfiltered, uncensored self with me.
Likewise, my friend. Talk soon.
So take care for all the folks at home listening. And don't fucking cry, you little bitches. Peace.